Hey guys, welcome back to Prof. Isa. I'm Isa Hanif, and today we're going to be talking about chromatography. So, chromatography is a laboratory technique used for separating mixtures. So, chromatography is a technique used for separating mixtures, but and so chromatography. Chrome means color, and that's when the Russian scientist first used the chromatography technique. He was using it to separate different colors. So there are four different types of chromatography. There is liquid chromatography, gas chromatography, paper chromatography, and thin layer chromatography. So I have the definitions of all of them right here, but today we're going to be focusing on paper chromatography. So paper chromatography, paper chromatography separates dried liquid samples with a liquid solvent and a paper strip. I'll talk about the mobile phase and the stationary phase later. So when doing paper chromatography, you add a few drops or a few dots of the thing that you want to separate onto your chromatography paper. You need to have a special chromatography paper, and when you add it to there, you will dip your chromatography paper that has your dots on it into a solvent. For my solvent, when I do this, I used rubbing alcohol. So you dip it in there, and then you wait about 15 minutes, and it's really cool because when you can see it actually. You can see the solvent, the alcohol, making its way up the chromatography paper, and it's making its way up, and then once it hits your dots, it'll continue going on, and it'll separate your mixture as it goes, and you'll see it'll be actually it'll be making like a streak. You can see mine right here. I separated Sharpie, a purple Sharpie, and I got two different colors of it. So the bottom of my chromatography paper was dipped into the alcohol, and then it started slowly making its way up to the top. And when you do that, don't let the alcohol or your solvent go all the way to the top. Let it go like almost to the top, but not all the way to the top. So as it's making its way up, it's separating the mixture as it goes. So here's a diagram right here, and this is a diagram of what it looks like when it's actually going up, when your chromatography paper is dipped in your solvent. So you don't need to have it just like this diagram. You just need to have a container with a lid, and you don't need to have a clip. You can just let the chromatography paper just like lean on the inside of the container that you're using. So this is the paper right here. It says this is the paper, this is the solvent at the bottom, which in my case was alcohol, and I have the lid, and this is the solvent front. So the solvent front is the border between the rising alcohol and the chromatography paper, and the border will change as it goes up, as the solvent makes its way up. So the solvent front is where the solvent is ending at that moment on the chromatography paper, but it'll change as it makes its way up. So when I said I would bring up the mobile phase and stationary phase, so I'll talk about that right now. So the mobile phase is the part where the solvent is rising on the chromatography paper, and the mobile phase is when the stuff is getting separated, and yeah. And when it's getting separated is the mobile phase, and the stationary phase. So the stationary phase is just the paper up here. So the part where it stopped up here, that one is just the stationary phase. Where the area that the chromatography paper is the stationary phase. The phase when the solvent is not moving up the chromatography paper anymore. So once you feel like it's not rising anymore, you're able to see how the color has been separated. And what it's called, once it's separated, it's called a chromatogram. So this my white sheet right here, that this is mine that I did. So my white sheet right here with the color going along it is a chromatogram, is a developed chromatogram. So developed chromatogram is just the part where you're done and everything, all the color has been separated. So that's all I have for today. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. Bye.